share with you some of the very basic warm-ups that we do in the practice of Kundalini Yoga. Remembering that working with the Kundalini energy is right at the base of your spine, and it goes all the way up into your head. So our job is to gently activate that potent energy and bring it safely up through the chakras. I have quite frequent questions from people who have not yet tried Kundalini, but they feel that it might help them, especially with osteoporosis is a big one. In many cases, people have actually undergone surgery. You know, it's a terrible thing when you feel as if you are not supported, that your body is not supporting you and helping you to walk through life. Life is difficult. We don't want to have pain. So if you are new to Kundalini, these simple exercises will help to strengthen your spine. To have a strong, resilient spine, you also need to have strong abdominal muscles. So the one supports the other. So we will also be doing a little bit of abdominal work. I will give an option, a modification for anything that you might find a little bit too strenuous. Definitely don't want to put you off. Start slowly, build up your time, build up the speed of the exercise. As you get into it over time, happens quite quickly, but don't rush. There's no hurry. Be kind to your body. So, first of all, we come sitting cross-legged. It's called easy pose, quite rightly. If you can sit on the floor, this is a comfortable way to sit. One thing that I advise anybody who's ancient like me, you find something that's firm that gives you a little bit of support that you can sit on. When the hips and the pelvis are elevated, it helps the knees to relax down. The knees need to be at a lower level to your pelvis, if that makes sense. So be comfortable. This is, excuse me, this is more of a demonstration of something that you can practice for yourself. I would suggest that at least twice a week that you commit yourself. It helps if you do these exercises more or less at the same time of day, which helps to create a habit of doing it. And it's through the doing that we learn. So, our first exercise is one of my favorites, and I do it every day when I sit down on my mat. It's called Sufi grind. So it's a churning movement. And after you've done it for a couple of minutes, you will feel it in your lower back. Don't run away from that sensation. It's not that you are hurting yourself or potentially hurting yourself, but it enables you over time to create for yourself a lot more flexibility in your spine. And you know what they say, the wise ones, the yogis of ancient India would say that it doesn't matter what age you call yourself, that's just a number. What really determines your true age is the health of your spine. Makes sense. So this is what we're doing. We are rotating round and round, so you can visualize that circular movement. So once you know what the movement is about, it's really good to close your eyes. It cuts out that vision that can distract. So you become very single-minded. And by lifting your eyes in and up, so that your focal point is at the third eye, which is just above your eyebrows, in the middle of your forehead. Let your eyes rest in that area. I would suggest that each of these exercises to be done for between 1 to 3 minutes. So we've been going in one direction, then you can just start rotating the opposite way, right? So that's the first exercise. It's super lovely to do, especially after you've been sleeping all night, and the lower back benefits greatly from this churning action, as well as your intestinal action there. The large and small intestines, in other words, the colon, is getting an internal massage. Exercise number 2, spinal flex. So it can be done a couple of ways. I like to grab around the front ankle, so you've got something to pull your chest forward and up. So it's done like this. We bring the breath into sync with the movement. So as you come forward and up, that's lifting your chest, you inhale. As you go back, you exhale. Sounds like this. And keep going. Just find your own steady rhythm. So what in actual fact you are doing is activating the whole spinal column, each of the vertebrae working together. The breath is working with the movement, and it starts to feel really good. These simple exercises should definitely not be causing you pain or discomfort. They feel delicious. Breath, body, mind working together. And come center, take a deep breath in. Hold the position. Hold the mind focused. Exhale and release the breath. There are a lot of techniques in Kundalini Yoga that we learn to do and master. This demonstration is for the complete beginner, just to give you a place where you feel you can progress without too much effort. So, next exercise. So we've worked the spine, we've worked this whole abdominal area with the Sufi grind. Now we're going to twist. The spine can make many actions. You can bend forward, you can bend back, you can bend sideways, and you can twist. And it's the twisting that really creates a wonderfully resilient spinal column. So we have a mudra, a hand position. the thumb tips and the index fingertips touch together. That's our mudra. It's called Gyan mudra. Gyan means knowledge. So imagine that as you're holding this, and you're holding it in this position, making right angles with your arms, and hey presto, off we go. So as you twist to the left, you inhale. As you twist right, you exhale. Eyes have closed when you know what's going on, and you focused your eyes up to the third eye. Listen to the sound of your breath and maintaining the angles. This is what all of yoga is about, geometry, in the various angles that you create with your body for specific effects. And as I mentioned earlier, 1 to 3 minutes for each of these exercises is a very good start. And after you feel thoroughly at home with it all, you can use these same exercises as a warm-up before you do your kriyas. And you can determine the speed, you can determine the strength of your breathing. So it becomes like your own individual journey, which it is. A journey into the deepest parts of yourself that give you, at the end of your session, a sense of, oh my gosh, of sometimes wonderment at how good you feel, how present you feel, how strong you feel, how at peace you feel, all the good stuff. So that was the twists. We are, you might have noticed, we're moving from the bottom of the body, the torso, and we're moving up. So this next exercise involves the shoulders. It's very fondly called stress busters. So what we're doing is just shrugging the shoulders with the breath. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you drop. And off you go. We're going to do it for a couple of minutes so that you can just experience how much action is happening there and what's going on within that short 2 minutes. After the first minute, you might think, oh my goodness me, it's really feeling quite difficult to do now, to keep going, but just do your best. You are shrugging off tension. So if any of you work a lot at a computer, you might also have experienced the stiffness in your neck, in your spine generally. One becomes more and more stooped. And it's happening to more and more young people. Our digital nomads who travel the world seeking adventure, which, yes, they have. They go to wonderful, exotic places. But they also work very hard and very often long hours. And it's so hard on the body. So we've got another 40 seconds to go. And you're probably thinking, oh my goodness me, keep up, keep doing it. You're almost there. So with these exercises, we become our own task masters. And that's the way we master. 10 seconds. Now to end, inhale deeply and push your shoulders up towards your ears. Squeeze. And exhale, drop. Eyes closed. Feel the sensations in your shoulders and neck. So now we come up into your head, and the natural instinctual sense is that after the shoulder shrugs, you want to just gently circle your head all the way around, gently, slowly. If your neck is stiff, you will hear all that crunchiness. So this is a wonderful way of loosening that tension. And then you can start to circle in the opposite direction. It's feeling good. Feels peaceful. Come center, take a deep breath in. Hold the breath, stretch and lengthen your spine, drop your shoulders, draw your chin in. Release the breath. Just one more. I talked about the abdominals, so we're going to do leg raises. Two ways. The first way is the easiest, is raising legs to 90 degrees vertical, bringing down, raise the other leg, bringing down. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you lower. Now to begin with, if you're quite stiff in the hips, you might not be able to quite make that 90-degree angle with the working leg. Don't worry, it'll come with practice. Breath and movement sinking together gives a sense of unity, harmony. Right, now, if you're feeling strong and brave, you can use both legs together. So to help with that, place your hands, palms down, underneath your buttocks. So you've got, again, a little platform of elevation. Inhale as you lift both legs together, have your heels together. Exhale as you lower. Considerably more taxing, but slowly, slowly. Start with alternate legs, and then you can do both legs together. Now this is working the whole abdominal area. So that is basically from the diaphragm, which is a breathing muscle, all the way down to the pubic bone. All right, so from here you're in the position to have a little bit of a rest, a relaxation, Shavasana. If your lower back, it might be feeling it because you've moved it a lot. It's not a negative thing. Sensation is clearly demonstrating to you that you have worked it appropriately. So, a lovely way to relax. If you do perchance have a cushion or pillow. You can rest underneath your knees. It really helps the lower back to drop and rest comfortably. Your feet are a good hip distance apart. The ankles are relaxed, so your feet just flop out to the sides. Your arms are alongside with the palms facing up. Beautifully described as an attitude of gratitude. So during the relaxation time, you can think about what you have in your life that you can be truly grateful for. Can be big and small things, but just bring them to your heart and let your body relax in that place of gratitude and thanks. And at this stage, I'm going to love you and leave you. Keep your eyes closed. Enjoy your rest. I wish you well with your journey of elevating your body, elevating your mind, getting your body stronger and more resilient. Blessings to you and Sat Nam.